You know that whole war thing between Israel and Iran where they're, like just launching missiles at each other, and Israel destroyed a bunch of their nuclear stuff. America came in and started bombing them and destroyed more of their nuclear stuff. Well, that's all over apparently. And a truth tweet post thing from Donald Trump on Truth Social, he says, "Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire. In approximately 6 hours from now, when Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions," that's kind of funny, he's letting them finish out their missions before the whole thing settles down, "for 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful, on the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will." Such a Trump thing to say. "I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war." Trump really loves his branding, dude. "This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't, and it never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America." I mean, just hours ago, Iran was shooting missiles into Qatar. They're targeting the U.S. bases. Here's people freaking out in a mall. All right, these people are like, "Oh my God, run for your lives," but nobody got hurt. Everything's fine. I'd be scared too, bro. I'd run. I'd be like, "Oh, bro, let's get the fuck out of here. Everyone else is running. I'm running too." Yeah. No, dude, we getting out of there. Very important. There's some footage of those missiles right here. Right now, they're being like intercepted. So, there's a lot of Iran supporters that were really celebrating, like, yeah, attack America. But we blocked every single one of their missiles. We have a bunch of footage of this. So here's some more. Here's like a close-up of those interceptions. It looks pretty sick. Pretty cool what we're capable of with our military. I think that we have some missile defensive capabilities that nobody knew about that we used during this conflict, by the way. So that's revealed. All right. It turns out we can block a lot more types of missiles than people thought. Look at that. That would be like terrifying, but also really cool to see. Not going to lie. Maybe I'm just kind of crazy like that, but I don't know. It would be like a spectacle, At least we get to watch it through the internet. Again, here's the soldiers on the ground, U.S. troops on the ground celebrating it, blocking these missiles. It was nothing. I guess Iran doesn't really have any capability of doing anything to us. It's pretty wild how unfair it is. Like, I just thought that they would be able to do more. Send it. There we go. Yeah. Are those our defensive missiles shooting out? Hey! Oh, they are. Splash, splash, splash! Oh, yeah, those are soldiers. They're saying splash. Oh, yeah, there's a Kevlar. There we go, dude. What a show. You see, this is what I'm talking about. It's like I would kind of like watching it, It'd be cool as fuck. Look how excited these guys are. Now, keep in mind, it's only Trump that has said anything yet. We do have a little bit of maybe some sort of acknowledgement from Iran and Israel. We're going to look at that in a second. But one thing I wanted to talk about was a lot of the fear mongering and stuff that was happening leading up to this. Now, in my opinion, I was expecting basically something like this to happen not so soon. I thought it was going to take a couple more weeks or something, maybe longer, but I was expecting basically Iran to just be like, yeah, we surrender without surrendering. So, saving face, shooting some missiles to look like they retaliated so they could, save face, but then be like, yeah, we don't want to mess with America. But there's a lot of other people posting stuff. So here's this post U.S. soldier posts video, deployment to Iran. The U.S. Army soldier just filmed inside a military aircraft filled with troops and tagged it deployment and war. He says they're heading to Iran. So here's this. And I feel like these guys, it's probably just some boot that, you know, just trying to seem cool, get some internet points, posting stuff. But yeah, I feel like anyone posting this shit, talking hashtag war and all that, you're gonna get lit up by their command. You know, like I'm just thinking of when I was in the Marines, dude. If we had TikTok, if we had social media to this degree, like we weren't allowed to post things on we just had Facebook and MySpace. We weren't allowed to post stuff. You know, there was a lot of rules about just those sites. Like nothing else really existed at the time. And like now there's all these social medias and there's TikToks and, you know, video or the stuff, and people want the internet clout. And I don't know, I just feel like you're going to get in trouble if you're posting stuff on the internet like this. Here's this guy. Now this guy, he's a total boot. This is a total boot. Okay, this guy's trying to scare everyone, get all this internet points. He's gonna get yelled at so fucking hard by his command.
Hey, I just wanted to get on here and say that, you know, we just did the strikes on Iran. We just entered the war officially, so there's not a lot I'm allowed to say, but just for y'all's loved ones' sake, I hope y'all have some supplies.
I'm not allowed to say anything, but you better get some supplies, bro. It's getting clipped and shipped, and it's going to be used for fear mongering all over the internet. This guy's going to get in so much trouble. He's trying to get a little bit of attention. When I was in the Marines, there's so many other Marines, they wanted attention so bad, and they would do all kinds of stupid shit. And there was also the dumb ones. They would like make up stuff that never happened just so they could look cool. And I've seen it so much. And I'm seeing it here. This is just some boot trying to look cool.
I hope y'all got some a place to go, so some supplies, and things are gonna start getting crazy. So we've been eating a lot of lobster dinners recently, and if you know, you know. Y'all stay safe out there. This is not to scare anybody. This is just to let y'all know that
the reason why they give steak and lobster is just boost morale. It's a morale booster. Right now, he's saying, if you know, you know. What he's saying is like every time they give you steak and lobster, it means they're sending you out to go do some crazy shit. Also, in reality, it's just something that you do to boost morale. So maybe people are kind of freaked out, you know. So you give them steak and lobster in the chow hall, bro. It's the way to do it.
Things are about to get pretty.
It's kind of like when morale is low at like normal like work for like civilians, and oh, morale is low. Here you guys go. Here's expired soda and pizza. You know, can stop being sad. Work harder.
Pretty wicked. So stay safe and you know, watch out for each other. Amen.
Amen. Oh my God, bro, you dropped it with that. It's so cringe. It's super cringe. Like, it's just, to be honest, this is a stupid boot. Shut the fuck up, dude. God, what a dumb boot. It's bringing me back. It's so annoying. Okay, so the only confirmation that we have for they're saying that Iran is saying that they're you know, there's like an agreement or understanding of this ceasefire. And the only source that we have on this so far is from Reuters. But they don't actually specifically have a source themselves. So they're just saying their source is like an unnamed person. But this is where it all kind of starts, where Iran is acknowledging this. So it's not just something Trump is saying. I just wanted to make that clear. They still, as of recording this, they haven't officially said anything. I think that it's likely that they will, right? And it would be a total L for Trump if they come out and they're like, ceasefire, fuck you, and they start shooting more missiles at Israel. Then it all goes back, and it'll look really bad for Trump, because Trump's trying to not have a war right now. That would look really bad for him. He's bleeding support from the right. A lot of supporters, they don't want to go to war, and if he takes us to war, then that's it for them. I understand their perspective. That's totally fine. Something that Trump needs to make sure that he doesn't screw up, right? He's trying not to get us into a war. So hopefully it does fall through. It'd be a big W for Trump. Also, Reuters reports that according to a source close to negotiations, Qatar's prime minister spoke with Tehran by phone and gained Iran's agreement to a U.S. ceasefire proposal. So I think that Iran doesn't want to do this, but they have to. So I was having this conversation with my editors earlier, because we were just talking about all this, and the way it feels like as if Like the best analogy is like you're a grown person and then there's like a toddler, right? And then you Spartan kick that toddler down to the fucking ground. And then when they come back to consciousness, you say, stay the fuck down on the ground or I'm gonna kick you again. And you're so much bigger than they are, they can't fucking do anything about it. It's a fucked up example, I know. But that's the one that came into my head because that's what it's like. Like we're the grown adult and Iran's a little toddler. We just fucking Spartan kicked them to the ground and said, knock it the fuck off or we're gonna kick you again. Right? And then, yeah, so, I know they fired missiles at us, right? However, they did that in the past. Let me see if I can pull this up because I don't have it up in my notes. Basically, we assassinated a major general that was responsible for a lot of US deaths in different ways. It was a drone strike that wasn't a big explosive, but it hit a vehicle that this guy was in and it just like did this shrapnel thing and shredded them. Very gruesome and brutal, but also not very damaging outside of the car. No explosion. This pissed off Iran and they can't just let us get away with that, right? But they also know that they're a little toddler. We understand that they're a little toddler. So what we do is we let them throw their little tantrum, and they did shoot some missiles at us back in 2020 and they were all deflected. There wasn't an issue. Nobody was injured or killed. I think there was just a little bit of damage. And this happened 5 years ago, basically kind of like a very similar scenario. So that's why I've always been on the side of, I don't think that this is going to lead to World War III. It's fun to joke about it, but I didn't think it was actually going to lead to World War III. Basically, I think they're sitting on this proposal. They're going to sign it even though they don't want to. What they did is they threw their little tantrum. They threw their little missiles. Nobody was hurt. They get to say that they weren't going to let us get away with it and that they would fire back. Probably going to lie to their own people about how it all went down. But after that, it's all good to go. And if all goes well, then these two lions, be best buddies till the end of time. And watch the sunset together. I don't know why Archie got this link for me because this isn't this is just some AI shit, bro, but it is pretty funny looking. This is basically the ending. This is how the story ended. Again, hey, you know what? This video might be total bullshit and then like all bombs start dropping once again and it all falls apart, but it's looking pretty good. Hopefully we don't, and hopefully it stays this way and we do not enter World War III. Shit. What time is it? I gotta go. All right, I'll see you guys.